Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Elite. This is episode 4 of season 4. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the first 3 episodes uploaded to the channel. To be honest, I've just finished editing episode 3 ready for YouTube, and it got me well excited. I had to jump on after it and watch this episode, obviously, because I go back and I have to pretty much watch the whole episode again when I'm doing it and cutting the editing. It just got me pumped again. I'm loving everything about the series so far, to be honest. I absolutely love REBEKA and Mencia's story. I think it's great. I think that these two girls look like they're a match. Like, literally like a match. I think they both rub off perfectly on each other now. Obviously, we've got this dark secret that's hanging over them. That Mencia is kind of... I wouldn't say... I don't know what if you would say she was kind of prostituting herself or being an escort. Because she's sleeping with one guy, and she never had that as an intention, but she started getting paid for it, and she was like, okay, I'll just carry on and make some quick money for it. Why not? You know what I mean? But... obviously, I don't like that she's doing that when she's with REBEKA, and the fact that her mum's come back as well and he's judging her, and she tried to make an alpha move, Mencia. She tried to go in, she tried to like attack it and pretty much say, you know, I know you're dealing drugs again, so you keep this hush, I'll keep yours hush. You know what I mean? I thought that was a pretty good alpha move, but it backfired, mate. And the mum just she rang up, she's like, look, that's not going to work with me, mate. Literally, I'm the big dog, you're not. I'll squash you. You either tell her, own up, fess up, leave her, do whatever, but don't mess around anything when it comes to my daughter. You know, you got to respect it as well. A mother looking at... and I tell you what, right? REBEKA and her mum have a sick relationship, mate. She took her to her bedroom and she was going down on her, and Mencia was like, no, stop, you know, like, I feel weird with your mum out there. But she was using that as an excuse because she just had that conversation with REBEKA's mum about, obviously, like, what's just happened, and she was just feeling a bit... well, I reckon she was just shitting it. But REBEKA was like, nah, forget about my mum, mate. She don't care. She knows the stuff I get up to. She's sound. Do you know what I mean? That is what you call a good relationship. I mean... oh, Guzman and Nadia, they had a sad, literally, what would you call it, like a Skype call when they broke up. They was like, you know, when if you ever need me, I'll be there for you, but right now it's just not going well for us. It's long distance, it's hard. They was both crying. I felt really sad. It was upsetting. You could tell they didn't want to have that conversation, but that long distance thing, while she's in New York and he's in Spain, is just absolutely killing them. We had Felipe. He invited everybody to like this big massive party that he was throwing. Had all the press there, you know, everybody who wants to be there got to go there, everyone from the school. Irish invited... well, first of all, she invited Samuel. He said no, he has to work, he's not going. So second choice was Guzman. He rejected her as well, but then he obviously went back to her after breaking up with Nadia and saying, look, I was a bit of a dick, I'm sorry, I'll go if you want. And she was like, yeah, that's cool. And then when he was there, he was dancing. Every time he kept looking, she was looking at Samuel, and he was like... do you know what I mean? So he was getting quite annoyed as well. And she kissed him as well. And then even when they pulled away, he looked in the mirror, she was looking at Samuel again. So this is interesting because Guzman and Samuel have become friends recently, but this dynamic between them, it's going to cause some friction. Now, we had Patrick. He was texting. He's texting Ander to come and meet him at the party, and Ander, Omar read his text, and Ander said, "Oh, I'm going home." And he actually went home. He actually did not go to Patrick. But guess who went to Patrick? Omar. Because he read the text and knew where he was. Omar went. Started off by saying, leave us alone. And then ended up sleeping with him, mate. Mental. So he's doing exactly what he was telling Ander not to do. So you can't... and, you know, I can't be having that. I can't be sticking up for that. Like, you get one can't have one way and one can't have the other. Do you know what I mean? It's mad again. Another spanner in the works. And then finally, we'll finish off with Cayetano and Felipe. Obviously, she found out that he was recording them having sex. Now, she confronted him. Fair play to her, you know. Didn't hide it. Went straight up, confronted him. The guy backtracked. And he said, which does make sense, but it doesn't mean what he done was correct. He said, look, I'm a high profile person. I've been with somebody before who started making accusations then, and then he was trying to blackmail me, trying to get, you know, famous, trying to get money off me, and this is just a precaution. It's like a false safe thing. If, you know, we got that video to show that you're willing, I'm willing, we're chilling, well, I'm never going to use it. It's just there in case you come and try and blackmail me. Now, oh, it's deep. That is deep, because I can imagine this happens a lot in real life in terms of high profile people getting blackmailed, but it doesn't mean that he has any right at all to record her without a will. You know, it's literally against the will. He could do anything with that. He could embarrass her, everything. So I'm on Cayetano's side on this, but I kind of do understand his counter. But I'm still not going to say he was right. But what he did say is that, look, I know about your past and stuff, and people think you're complicit into a murder. Yeah, I'm willing to let that go and get to know you as yourself and judge you as a person. Now, I've told you this about me, and it's not because I want to keep the videos. It's because, like I said, people have blackmailed me before, and it's just kind of my bit of evidence of backup and safety net. So you can either take it or leave it. You can get to know me as me, or you can do this other side. And honestly, I don't know where it's going to go, man. But I tell you what, I'm really excited. I can't wait to jump into today's episode. So if you guys are excited and you want to watch the full episode, it's free in the link below. It's in the Patreon. Just go there, click it, watch it for free. Don't need to sign up. You can do, but there's no need. And yeah, thanks for clicking my video today. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
¿Cómo estás?
Los médicos han dicho que recuperarás la memoria poco a poco.
He tenido que pasar más de 20 años para acostarme con una chica a las espinas. Pero pagando. Oye, ¿te importa si paso tu contacto? ¿A un amigo? Me ha hablado muy bien de ti.
En esta misma habitación, con todo incluido.
Todo igual que conmigo.
Todo. A tu amigo, el doble.
Mate, he's taking recommendations for... This is deep, man. I thought you didn't want to be one, and now you're literally starting your own business. It's mad. It literally is mad now. That guy there, he's absolutely ripped. I did not expect it. I thought he was quite old. But it's mental. It's really mad. I wonder who it's going to be.
Quiero que te unas al grupo de debate. Defendiste bastante bien a tu amigo Shana cuando llegué a las encinas. Tendrías que trabajar mucho, eso sí, todos los días de manera constante después de clase.
Yo después de clase todos los días trabajo en el Club del Lago.
Lo vas a dejar. El colegio puede ofrecerte un 25% más por tareas de administración, de informática, y sería compatible con el grupo de debate.
Esas cosas las ofrecen a otro tipo de gente, tío.
Vamos a ver, Samu, que hace 2 días te quería largar de las encinas porque decía que no eras digno de estar aquí.
Bueno, pues ahora me ha dicho que puedo llegar a ser un brillante abogado, ¿o qué?
Vigila y que no venga Mencia.
Shit.
Suite 428, Gran Hotel Bengur.
Shit.
¿Pero por qué no me pasaría yo antes a las tías?
Pues porque algo bueno habré hecho yo también, ¿no?
Sí, la verdad es que haciendo memoria y tal, cagarlas. Plan para mañana, yo estoy free. No puedes hoy, que mañana ya he quedado. ¿Y con quién has quedado que no puedes cambiarlo por mí? Puedo hoy, mañana no.
Go slap it out his
Entonces
hand.
arregla todo.
Lo he borrado,
No has borrado el hecho de haber logrado sin mi permiso.
pero no tiene nada que ver contigo. Te lo juro.
Si tú eres un príncipe, yo soy puta limpiadora.
Déjame demostrarte que detrás del título hay una persona.
Una groupie más.
No, Cayetana.
Fin de la historia.
Big up, big respect to you, Cayetano. Do you know what, right, though? I like I said, everything that he done, I disagree with big time. But I understand it. And if he has deleted it, fair play to him. Now, what actually excites me is, I hope he is a nice guy. And he was telling the truth that it is just a precaution. Because of his high profile, and he's deleted it. And I want him to be the chaser. I want the prince to chase the janitor, because you never see that. You literally never see it, and I literally would love it. Like, it's the total opposite to what you expect. It's normally people chasing after the rich, but it's the rich chasing after the poor. And to me, it's exciting because it's different, and it gives a normal person a chance. And she definitely wants to be with him, but she's sticking with her morals, and I respect it big time.
Para, por favor.
Si no estoy haciendo nada.
¿Te lo tengo que pedir por las malas o qué?
Relájate 2 puntitos, ¿eh? Que fue un polvo, no una pedida de mano. Sea lo que le pase, se arregla hablando los 3. Tan normales, de buen rollo. Tú encárgate de juntarnos a los 3 y yo te juro que arreglo esto. Confía en mí.
¿Qué haces? Mira. Ahora tú. No, ni de coña. Joder, Ander. ¿Qué tal? Que no, tío, que no.
Prisas, va.
Que no.
Tú por eso no te preocupes, porque tengo algo que te va a hacer despegar del suelo.
La gente la palma con esto, tío.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Que ahora te preocupa soltarte? ¿Qué le iba a decir?
Sorry.
Sí.
Omar used to be a dealer as well, didn't he? And someone robbed the shit. What's that? Wait, why is a guy creeping in her stuff?
¿De dónde lo has sacado?
¿Ahora me registras el cuarto o qué?
¿Lo has sacado de Rebeca Parrilla?
Rebe, déjala tranquila.
Porque no te lo pienso devolver hasta que me digas de dónde ha salido.
I mean, that's well mad that he's searching her stuff.
¿Qué me falta? ¿Qué me sobra? No sé, dímelo tú. Que también me la colaste.
Oh, that's deep. I think she's beautiful, me.
Pero hay veces que la gente comete errores y no tiene nada que ver contigo. No es lo que tú hagas o dejes de hacer, es solamente nuestra culpa. Que los demás seamos unos gilipollas no quiere decir que tú también lo seas. Tú eres una tía de puta madre y es lo único que tienes que tener claro. Igual no se te iba a dar tan mal, ¿eh? Eso del debate.
Buenas. ¿Tenéis reserva?
Sí.
Sí.
Los abrigos, por favor. Gracias, Samu.
Yo no me puedo ir a dormir ahora. Mírame cómo voy.
Ese es tu problema, Ander. No te preocupes, que yo cuido de él.
Por favor, escúchame.
Que te metas tú lo que te dé la gana y que me dejes a mí en paz, joder.
¡Ander!
Aparta, aparta. Joder, joder, joder. Patrick.
¡Qué puto! Joder, Ander. ¿Qué haces? Llevarte a la ducha. Venga, que te vas a sentar bien. ¿Estás mejor? Te a la cama y acuéstate, corabillo. Vamos, no.
Look at him sleep there. He's definitely just conked out.
¿Estás bien? Tengo frío. Quédate, porfa. Pero hazme hueco.
Before we go into these, I'm interested with with these three because I feel like Ander was like proper in on Patrick, really wanted him, and then he's kind of like dropped out and he's trying to be the responsible boyfriend, and then it's flipped. It's now like Omar, he's gone like interested in Patrick. Do you know what I mean? Like literally role reversed. Now I think it's mad because he was responsible then though. Omar, wasn't he? He didn't take the drugs and then he saved the day. Come back, you know, he saved him, woke him up, took him to the house. Put him in the shower, took Tande in bed, took this guy down, and then he just sat there and let him fall asleep on his lap. Now, I mean, you could say it was going a bit too far, like sitting there and letting him sleep with him, but he's not done too bad considering the stuff that we're seeing all of them do together and stuff. He was responsible here, but in terms of does he like him? Oh, I think that he's getting some feelings where Anders kind of pulling away a little bit.
¿Dicho tu padre meterme en el grupo de debate?
¿No tienes tiempo con el curro, los estudios y todo? Ah, sí. ¿Y qué vas a hacer con este curro?
Es que eso es asunto mío.
Te llevamos o has venido en bici.
En bici.
Samu, los abrigos, por favor.
See, that's what I don't like. I say it last episode. I don't like it because he's friends, but because he's kind of competing for the girl, he treats him crappy. You are treating him crappy, goes man, and I really like her as well. And whoever's got this Omega watch, they're a baller because that is expensive. Head teacher.
Que me meto en el grupo de debate.
Llegamos tarde a clase.
Look at them all, they're all different. They're all totally different.
Necesito que me hagas un favor.
Pórtate, ¿no? ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Con quién has quedado hoy? Ya te dije que tengo unos corrillos para no depender de Benjamín.
¿Qué currillos?
Estamos en paz.
Mencia, tienes que parar esto. Pa no quiere que veas a Rebeca, deja de tensar la cuerda.
Los hijos no tenemos la culpa de cómo son nuestros padres.
Hola.
¿Nos vamos?
No, vas a saludar a mi padre. ¿Qué haces aquí?
Había quedado con tu padre por lo del grupo de debate.
Pensé que al final te habías arrepentido.
Pues casi.
Pasa, hombre. ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? ¿Tu familia bien?
Todo bien, Benjamín, gracias.
¿Me puedes traer un solo, Ari? ¿Tú quieres algo?
Yo, si me puedes traer a mí un cortado.
Roles are flipped. Look at he's smiling at my cousin.
Me dieron una beca en una universidad privada de Londres y mi madre lo primero que me dijo fue: no se te olvide nunca que nosotros no somos como ellos, me dijo. Y desde ese día me propuse demostrar y que el futuro será para aquel que lo merezca.
Put in the hard work and you get what you deserve.
Seguro que estaba muy orgullosa de ti.
Vas a ser la pareja de Samuel y vais a hacer una pareja estupenda en el grupo de debate.
Voy a dar un paseo con Guzmán.
Gracias por el café.
Está para visitas. No quiero que la molestes.
¿Sí?
Hola, Calle. Soy Omar. ¿Cómo estás? Mira, que te llamaba para confirmar tu mesa de esta noche en el Club del Lago.
Omar, ¿de qué va esto? Porque no hay nadie.
Tu mesa está lista, ¿me acompañas?
Mira, Omar, yo me voy, que tú sabes.
Bonsoir, petit apéritif.
Philip, ¿qué haces?
Yo solo soy su camarero.
Philip, no voy a dejar de verte como eres porque hagas de camarero una noche. No está lo bastante frío.
Disculpa las molestias. Se lo retiro y le traigo otro. ¿Algo más?
Sí, la servilleta. Está sucia.
Oh man, I'm loving
Ahora
this.
mismo le traigo otra.
Creo que ya sé lo que quiero.
Oh, just like it. Fucking good answer.
Eso es lo que quiero, confianza. Que me has hecho dudar hasta de mí misma. Y no sé a ti, pero a mí la otra noche, cuando estábamos juntos, estábamos tú y yo solos, desnudos, y se me olvidó.
Perdón. ¿Me perdonas?
I'm happy for her.
Venga, arreando. Que tengo que dejar todo esto limpio antes de que llegue la primera reserva.
Es simplemente un pequeño paripé que he montado como un tonto. De hecho, la tercera cita va a ser ahora en mi casa.
This show puts naughty music in the background. It makes every scene feel so different. Now I've got to say, I'm full on rooting for these. Me, you, Felipe, man, you better not fuck Cayetano over. You better be in the end game, literally all the way in, head first, committed. Because I'm not having you dragging her in and ripping her heart out. I'll be coming after you. I really will. I'll find you on Twitter. I'll abuse you. No, I'm only joking. But literally, you better not big her up and rip her down. Like, because she's committed, man, and you need to be as well. Don't drag somebody along and then do this to him again for a second time. So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because it was good then. I like what you done. I liked what she was doing to him, and just the music. It did make it intimate, and it got some swift lines in at the end. So I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for these as well, Rebe and Mencia. But Mencia's digging herself a hole. I've got to say, the hole that she's in is getting bigger and deeper and deeper and deeper. Shit, man, it's gonna be Rebe. It must be nerve-wracking, this stuff. Even if you're a pro at it.
Quítate la ropa.
No, the guy's just fucking straight in there. That's a lot of dollar, that, innit? Euros.
Eso es una hora.
¿Pizzas? Habíamos dicho sushi.
Chica, hay una con atún.
Papá, habíamos
that
dicho
was good.
sushi.
¿Y Mencia?
Salió antes que yo.
¿Con quién ha quedado?
Creo que con Rebeca.
Hate how they keep saying
¿Y por
Rebecca.
qué la has dejado?
Rebe es una de las mejores personas que conozco.
Mi hija tenía 3.000 euros en su cuarto.
¿Qué?
¿Juntas tú los puntos, García, o los junto yo?
Oh, shit.
Pues, ¿qué pasó de este juego? Suéltame.
Vale, ya.
Que ya te he dicho que no soy una profesional, así que suéltame.
¿Sabes el coche?
Papá, no quiero que conduzcas así.
Está metida en algo serio.
Y por favor, que Guzmán no haya llegado.
Yo puedo llevar el de tu padre.
Voy a ir con Samuel.
¿Qué dices?
Sí, porque tú tienes que quedarte por si llama.
¡Sale! ¿Cojones hace este tío? ¡Puta!
Oh, what you call that for timing?
¿Tú? ¿Cómo?
¿Ahora vas a por Omar o qué?
Mi hermana no aparece. Estoy diciendo la puta verdad. Mencia no aparece. Fue Omar el que vino a buscarme en el baile.
¿Te lo follaste en el baile?
Él a mí, para ser precisos.
Oh.
Pensarás que somos una familia de locos. Cuando Mencia era pequeña, escapó de casa y nosotros no nos dimos cuenta hasta la hora de la cena. Entonces mi madre salió con Patrick a buscarla en coche. Mi madre pues estaba cada vez más nerviosa y tuvieron un accidente. Patrick se pasó 2 años en una cama y mi madre murió en el acto. Es que mi padre todavía no está bien.
That Merky is sick that they're in, honestly.
3.000 pavos.
No se los has dado tú, ¿no?
¿Pero yo qué le voy a dar, Samuel? ¿Tú quién te crees que soy?
Sí, ya lo sé, ya lo sé. Lo que pasa es que Mencia no pilla el teléfono y hemos estado ahí 2 horas.
¿Pero y están preocupados?
Bueno, me piro, ¿vale? Que me está esperando Ari en el coche.
You know how she is, man.
La tarjeta del hotel.
How intense is it?
Servicio de habitaciones.
No hemos pedido nada.
Es una botella de champán, caballero. Que igual sí que me apetece un poco de champán. ¿Qué cojones?
Está llamando Rebe.
Vale, pero ¿estás bien? Joder. Vale, pues te veo en casa, no tardes, ¿eh? Venga, chao. Oye, ¿te apetece pizza?
Vale. Oh, it's good, man. She's got her hands to it. Wow, look at her hands.
Venga, explícamelo. Porque esto solo puede ser una puta cosa, Mencia.
No me trates así tú también, por favor.
Que me la suda, Mencia, me la pela porque lo hicieras. Pero que ese tío te podía haber hecho cualquier cosa, tía.
No me mires así.
She looks well tall.
La puta vida me vuelvas a dar un susto así, niñata.
I like how she's not judging her. I like it. That's what you need. That's what you need that in times like these.
L'amour et la violence. Dis-moi ce que tu penses. La vie.
Oh, Guzman's gonna be watching.
J'aime aussi l'amour de ma vie.
Samuel García.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Ari.
Oh, so it's not. I'm gonna say it's not Samuel then. Not Samuel then, is it? Like, she didn't overreact when she seen him or nothing. It was more like, oh, Samuel. She was just looking at him like someone that she recognised. So if he was the person that put her in that state, she would have been a lot worse. So I'm ruling Samuel out. Now, to me, Guzman, there's only one girl for you, mate. It's Nadia. Now, I feel like I want you to be in the next season if there is one, but I actually feel like you need to get on a plane and fly over there. You need to be with her, man. Like, literally. I would... If you left the show and I knew that was the reason why, I'd be so happy for you. She's the one for you, mate, literally. Don't go beating around the bush pretending that this RA is going to be the one that's going to make you happy, because she's not. You're just trying to fill a void right now, and that void is Nadia. Go be with her, man. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. So it was interesting because Mencia got a second person, you know, a recommendation, and she went through with it, charging them double, using the same room, and you know, Rebe found the hotel key. She found the room number. She knew where she was going. She was going to give her a little necklace with R on it. You know, how cute is that? But when she asked her, like, is she free tomorrow? She's like, no. And she's brushing it off. And she's like, well, I'm free today. And she's like, yeah, but what about tomorrow? No. What are you doing anything tomorrow? Well, I'm seeing someone. She knows she's being dead sketchy. So Rebe was like, sack it then, mate. I'll be sketchy with you. You know, you're not going to be open. I'm not going to be open. And just said that she couldn't go out of her and left. Now, obviously later on, stuff is going on. They can't get hold of her. They're trying to find her. They've all gone out looking. They're all blaming Rebe. Well, her family are. They expect it just because she's got $3,000 that she's hanging around with Rebe, that she's a bad influence, but she's actually not. I think Rebe is a great influence. She really is. She used her knowledge. Went there, knocked on, pretended to be room service. She could hear it inside. Mencia didn't look like she wanted to go through with it. This guy was taking advantage of her for sure. He tied her hands up. She couldn't get her phone. She was asking him to stop. He was carrying on. Good job that he went to the door, and Rebe come in, battered him, you know, threw him out. Little scruff, that's what he is. And instead of judging her, yeah, what she done, she just embraced her. She said, don't do this again. Now, I understand, like, Rebe in that situation there could have gone in on her, but she was vulnerable, and it wasn't the right time to do that. She needed to do what she done, extend open arms and embrace her and tell her that she's okay, because you could tell that she was scared and she was in a position of weakness, and you don't need to go in and make it worse, even if you do believe they're in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? Many people need to learn that. That is a trait, that, you know, many people are just quick to react. Oh, bah, Mencia, bah, 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 bah. Just make everything worse, makes her feel worse. She could spiral out, she could do something, and obviously we've seen it before. We've just been told then from Ara to Samuel that she left when she was a little kid. She ran off, no one noticed. Her mum went out with Patrick, tried to find her, sadly got into a car crash and died, you know, and Patrick was bedridden for 2 years now. And you could get another case of that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy that Rebe embraced her. I want to know what's going to happen from here, you know. Is she gonna be open to her and possibly go in a relationship? And I want to know, if that happens, what Rebe's mum's going to be like, because she's dealing again. She is dealing again, and I don't know if Rebe knows that, and she's against it. And then obviously we've got the other people, Cayetano and Felipe. She's give him the benefit of the doubt, so to speak. I mean, she said that at first. I said big up to her at the start of the episode. She said, leave, you know, we're never going to work, leave me, I don't want to speak to you, I don't want to be with you. The guy is come, he's making it apologise a few times, he's organised a private dinner, he's waiting on her, you know, he explained himself. She said that she wants trust. He's saying that he'll give her trust, but you just have to understand, obviously, in a position that he was in, it was nothing to do with her as a person at all. He's deleted the videos if it makes her feel insecure. He's sorry, they're gone. I hope they are gone. I hope he's not lying. And he gave a good speech and he was saying, look, if you want a third date, this is not a third date, this is me grovelling, this is me apologising. The third date could be at my house, you know, tonight if you want. And she accepted. Now, I am all for them. I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Mencia and REBEKA, and I'm rooting for Cayetano and Felipe. Not because I like really Felipe, it's because I like Cayetano, and I do like, how can you say it, a situation where you never thought you would be in. And it would be so nice to see somebody who deserves something, who's put the effort in. You know, obviously she's a cleaner at the school, and everyone judges her. Just like Samuel gets judged for being a waiter. You know, this school's full of rich people. It's a rich private school, and they're like, let's just call them the outcasts, so they're always singled out. And it's so nice to see somebody being actually treated, if Felipe is actually doing it for the right reasons, treated nice just because of who they are. She's a nice person. She is a beaut. She's beautiful. She's nice, she's kind, she's funny, and she deserves to be with someone who respects her. Now, if he's going to do that, then it's fine. Like I said, he deserves a chance. I know that what he done was wrong, but he did give a decent explanation for it, which I understand, even though I disagree with what he'd done. But if he has deleted it and he's apologised and, you know, said it's never going to happen again and X, Y and Z and pleaded his case, then he can have, you know, a second chance. But if he ever does it again, that's it, done, mate. I would report him, I would tell the police, I would go after him, all of it, mate. I'd literally go the whole 9 yards. But right now, I'm happy for her, I'm happy for him. I'm actually happy for Mencia to get out of this situation. I was disappointed that she's still going through with this stuff, even after REBEKA's mum said to her, look, you got to pick, mate. You either tell her, I tell her, or you walk away. And she still carried on doing it. That disappointed me. But she might have been too far, too deep. Do you know what I mean? She needed the money. She wants to get away. She was explaining there at the end, look, I was doing this because I needed to get enough money so I can bounce. Now, this bad situation is going to pull her out of it, i.e. she's never going to go back into there. Now, I do disagree with her dad rooting around the bedroom going through her stuff. I mean, you don't need to do that. You should never go in your children's room and start rooting around the things. I'd be disappointed if somebody come into my room now and started flicking around trying to find something. You know, it's my stuff, it's not theirs. You should ask her to come in. You shouldn't go and start rooting. And 3K is a lot. I hope she gets it back as well. But the ultimate thing is, you've got Samuel joining the debate team. He's been paired up with Vara. I think that Samuel is not the person that's done this to her in this present state that she's in the hospital. You've got Guzman looking in on the outside. I think like the cameras and everything is maybe trying to point our direction towards him, but I don't think it is. I just think that I think he's lonely and he just wants Nadia real bad, and he's trying to fill the void with her, but she is playing Guzman as well, which I dislike. You know, if she wants to be with Samuel, she needs to say it. But then again, if she doesn't know that, she could be with Samuel. This is the thing. If you want to be with someone, you tell someone, you don't string someone along. But if you don't know, and you've got two people showing you attention, and you actually don't know if one of them really likes you or not, then you're going to keep your cards open. So I understand what she's doing there, but now that the interest has been shown, she should pick one. Now, I think she's picked Samuel, but if she has, she needs to tell Guzman. And then I want to know how Guzman reacts to Samuel, because he's been treating him pretty shit, to be fair, since he thinks that he's with Ara. So I'm really interested. I'm liking it. It excites me, you know, the fact that Patrick has just told Ander that he slept with Omar, but it wasn't him. Do you know what I mean? He said Omar slept with me, I didn't sleep with Omar. Do you know what I mean? He was the one come looking for me, not the other way around. And then obviously he's looking at him fuming through the thing. But Ander, you can't be double standards, mate, because you've done that before as well. So you can't be mad. I mean, you can be mad, but you can't judge one for actions you've already undertaken. So it's interesting to see where this goes. So thanks for clicking my video today. Hopefully guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like on the button, it helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.